One thing you didn't mention yet in too much detail, but I'm sure viewers will be interested, is about the surgery itself. What did they have to do, and were you satisfied with the result overall?
Because the lump was quite large, there was quite a big piece taken. So there's quite a big scar, quite a lot of stitching up. They had to move the nipple so that it was back in line again because of how much they'd taken away. My surgeon, he was thrilled to bits at what he'd been able to achieve for me, but it took me a while to be able to see this transformation from what I'd had previously to what I'd now got to be as good as he was seeing it. And yes, I can now see that he's done an amazing job compared to how he could have left me. The scar's a nice line, it's not all jagged. But when you've had surgery and something's changed so dramatically, you just don't look at it as being good initially until other people point out to you that, yeah, that actually does look fine.
What did you tell me earlier about the position of the nipple and how that was achieved?
He had to remove the nipple because he took such a lot out the side. Mm-hmm. It meant it was looking towards the left instead of looking forward. So he put it back so it was looking forward. So when you look straight at me, everything looks fine. You wouldn't actually know that I'd had surgery now.
And what was your experience on the ward like? Did you find the nurses accommodating, or was it a positive environment?
Yes, it all seemed very quick because I was only in for the day. So went in at 8 in the morning and I was operated on by, I think it was about 8:45. So by the time that I was fully awake and determined to have something to eat, because they'd said as soon as I'd eaten I could go home. So even though I didn't want to eat, I thought, yeah, I'm going to do this. So I was home by mid-afternoon. So most of my time spent on the ward. They were lovely. I was quite groggy, so I wasn't really properly with it. But yeah, it was fine.
You told me you tried to personalise the experience a bit in terms of what you were wearing.
I did when I had my radiotherapy, because you get to take that gown home because you've got it every day for 3 weeks. And the whole thing just seems a bit sterile and boring, so I wanted to jazz it up a bit. So I embroidered a smiley face on my name onto my gown, so I was different to everybody else anyway.
How did you find your radiotherapy overall?
That was okay. It's the one set of appointments I've had where you always get in on time.
Yeah.
The staff on the radiotherapy, they are lovely. They've got no end of time for you. Everything runs to time, but they've got time to talk to you. They're never rushing you because you are laid in quite an awkward position sometimes. I think the tattoo marks that you have could be a bit more interesting instead of just dots. But you get 2 tattoos for life out of it anyway. But no, the radiotherapy wasn't bad at all. I think it was the travelling that was more tiring than the radiotherapy itself, having to go there and back.